Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to your name, oh God. Oh, we honor you, oh God. We bless your name. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. We call you Lord. Yes. We call you Adonai. Yes. You are Lord. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Thank you, at the mention of your name, every knee will bow, every tongue confess that you are Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, God. Can you help us say that? 'Cause at the mention of your name, every knee will bow, every tongue confess that you are Lord. You of your name, at the mention of your name, every knee must bow, every tongue confess that you are Lord. Sickness has to bow. Thank you, Jesus. At the mention of your name, at the mention of your name, every knee must bow, every tongue confess that you are Lord. Yes, you are. Jesus, you are Lord. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Jesus, you are Lord. Thank you, God. The sound is so sweet. Jesus, you are Lord. Yes, you are. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus, you are Lord. Yes, you are. Thank you, God. At the mention of your name, the scales fall from their eyes. Once blinded eyes will see that you are Lord. Yes, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So at the mention of your name, the scales fall from their eyes. Once blinded eyes will see that you are Lord. Yes, God. Jesus, you are Lord. Oh, Hallelujah.
Bless your name, Lord.
Glory to your name, God.
We
Thank
we
you,
honor you on
Jesus.
today, dear Father God.
Hallelujah.
We bless your name, dear Father God.
Oh, God, thank you.
We love you and adore you, for you've been so good to us. You've been better to us than we've ever been to ourselves, dear Father God. And we thank you and we praise you on today. Oh God, we just thank you. We speak to our bodies, dear
Yes,
Father God.
God.
We speak healing and wholeness to the body, dear Father God. Holy Spirit, have your way in this place today. Satan, we serve notice to you that you have no place, you have no authority.
Yes.
But we stand on the very foundation that God, you said that if we loose anything on earth, it shall be loosed in heaven. Anything, and if we bind anything on earth, it shall be bound in heaven. So, dear Father God, we bind up the enemy's hand on every side. We thank you that you encamp your angels around about us, that no hurt, harm, or danger will come nigh us. So, dear Father God, on today, we just praise you, we lift you up, we glorify you, we magnify you.
Yes, God.
We ask that the word shall come forth boldly, with unhindered and unchecked by any force of Satan. We thank you, dear Father God, that our ears are open, our hearts are open to receive and hear from you today. None of us, but all of you, dear Father God.
Yes.
We hide behind Calvary's cross, dear Father God.
Jesus.
Oh, Holy Spirit, have your way. Oh, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, have your way, dear Father God. For we know it's all about you.
God, thank you.
Oh, and let the words of our mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in my sight. Oh, Lord, my strength and redeemer.
Yes, God.
Oh, we just bless you.
Oh, God. Thank you.
In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. I'm going to jump right into it. I have an announcement to make.
Thank you, Jesus.
Jeremiah 3 and 1, and I'm reading out the Message Bible. It says,
Oh, thank you,
1 says, God's message came to me as follows. If a man's wife walks out on him and marries another man, can he take her back as if nothing had happened? Wouldn't that raise a huge stink in the land? And isn't that what you've done? Forward your way with God after God. And now you want to come back as if nothing had happened. God decrees. Thank you for the blessing of his word.
Thank you, Jesus.
And like I said, I have an announcement. I stand before you. I know it's going to kind of sound as a shock, and I'm just going to have to say it. I filed for a divorce. My wife knows, and it's the best thing that happened to this relationship. And I'm not talking about I divorced my wife. I divorced myself. I filed for a divorce for myself. The reason being is because I slept with twins, which is fear and doubt. I've got high off of procrastination. I've got drunk off of disobedience. And because of that, I had to file for a divorce. Because being in myself or doing those things, I've caused problems in my marriage and my family because I was married to myself. I cheated on God. I abused my relationship with God. In so many words, I was disobedient to him. And the thing about it is, in the time of me getting high with procrastination and getting drunk with disobedience, I began to have a side effect called frustration. I was hard to get along with. I was arguing. I was blaming everybody else for my downfall, my faults. And if you looked on the outside, you thought everything was okay. Matter of fact, anytime somebody would even point it out to me, I would get defensive. I would try to sweep everything under the rug and think that to try to have a cover up. But in fact, I was doing more damage than I was helping by trying to cover it up. You know, a lot of times we go to people that have drinking problems, they go to AAs, and if they have drug problems, they go to having a detox and things like that. Well, what do we do as far as when we're going through spiritually? We come to church, we come to sit up under the word, we hear the word, we go to get help. And therefore, I'm standing before you to let y'all know, don't pray against my divorce. And I was going to wait until the divorce was final, because I knew it was going to be a messy divorce, because I wasn't done with me. And because I wasn't done with me, I couldn't get what God had for me. So therefore, it had to be a divorce to come forward. And I didn't need no a lawyer. I didn't need no judge, because God was actually the lawyer and the judge. And because of that, I didn't have to worry about a dispute over property or children or anything like that. It was just, I had to be done with me. And the thing about it is, a lot of times we don't want to be done with us or ourselves. And I don't want to make it about anybody else. So that's why I'm saying, I'm saying about me. I didn't want to be done with myself. I didn't want to give up my dream of disobedience. I didn't want to give up my drug of procrastination. I was feeling comfortable in it. I got comfortable with it. I didn't want to give up the twins, because I was loving sleeping with them. This fear and doubt.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give them up. But the thing about it was, like I said, it became such a bad habit that nothing, you know, even last night, as I was going back over it again, I heard that procrastination, doing the drug procrastination, was like smoking weed. Nothing get done. Nothing happens. It doesn't mean I'm messing up somebody else's, but I'm not getting anything done. And I was okay with that. But then I had to look at the realization of that my family wasn't moving forward. Ministry wasn't moving forward. Right. Nothing was getting done. So I had to take a real good look at myself and say, I have to be done with you. And yes, I put up a fight. I gave her all the good reasons why, if I just stuck with myself, the things would be okay. I made a list with, yeah, but I'm not hurting anybody. I made up excuses. Sound like a drug addict, don't it? Yeah. Sound like an alcoholic, doesn't it?
Yep.
I was not done with myself. But God had to let me see that in order for me to move in his path, or what he has said for me, to gain what he said that I can have, I had to be done with myself. So I had to drop the paperwork. I had to get it done to say, I'm done with you. I looked in the mirror and I told myself that we can no longer be bedmates. We can no longer be buddies. We can no longer be friends. Because I was hurting myself. And because I was hurting myself, it spewed over to me hurting loved ones. And even though it didn't seem like it, and nobody could tell that I was going through these things, but yet, like I said, it was spewed, the side effect of frustration was coming out. I was arguing for no reason. I was blaming people for no reason. I was cruel for no reason. I was rude for no reason. It was nobody's fault but mine. And so therefore, that's why I had to have the divorce in order to be the leader that I needed to be, in order to be the father that I need to be, in order to be the husband I need to be. There had to be a divorce. I couldn't go on like this. I couldn't carry out this lifestyle, because in actuality, I was living a double life. I was acting like I had it all together, but I didn't. And therefore, our actuality, I was treating God like he was a side chick also. I was like, I'd pick him up when I want to. I didn't have to be committed. I could just call on him and sneak around with him. I could treat him any kind of way and he'd be there for me. You know, I was reminded of when I was a younger boy, a kid. You used to sneak in and out my mom's house out my window late at night and think that if I got in the house before everybody woke up, I would be all right. Well, that's the same way I was trying to do God. I would try to sneak in and be okay with it. He would never know that I had left him and came back. I just put him down and picked him back up when I wanted to. But that doesn't work. God is not a side piece. It's not a side chick. Not somebody we can just pick up. But the thing about it is, even though I was doing God like that, he never left me. He never forsaken me. He never turned his back on me. In fact, he was telling me, I know you're doing these things. I'm going to wait right here until you're done with yourself. Yes, there was consequences. There were things that I was going to have to pay for. But the fact that he never left me, never forsaken me, never turned his back on me. He was there with open arms saying, I still love you in spite of you cheating on me. God said, I'll never divorce you, but you had to divorce yourself. And because he was so loving and so caring, so faithful to me, I had to divorce myself.
Great.
I was tired of hurting him as well as hurting myself. So therefore, I had to get done with me. I had to be done with me. And when the divorce is final, it's not going to take a long time. It was just the fact that I didn't want to go through it. Because I knew it was going to be messy. I knew it wasn't going to be just easy for me to give up those things. But I stand before you to saying that I am totally 100% sold out, that I will not go back to being who I was.
Thank you, Jesus.
Because I know there's a greater reward to being with God than being without Him. The frustration, it wasn't getting me nowhere. It was pushing me away from the people that I love. Because it just seemed like, Terrence, you was being a mean person for no reason. When actually it was me. Me not being done with me. Me loving me more than I was loving others. Me putting myself above God. In other words, they say if you cheat on your wife or your husband, it's adultery. But in this case, I was doing idolatry. I was in myself. I was lifting up myself. I was praising myself above what God was saying do. Therefore, he was saying, can I just come back to him like nothing would happen? Yes, he forgives us. Yes, he don't hold records. No, he don't. Don't write it down and say, you treated me like this. He don't keep a score because you did him like that. In fact, he was saying, I forgive you and I love you. Let's get past it together. And therefore, I had to be done with myself. I had to get a divorce. Thank God that he didn't leave me. He stood by me. My wife could tell the story better than me. But when a drug addict or alcoholic goes to a meeting, they need a sponsor. They need somebody to be there for them. They need somebody, or not a sponsor, or am I right? A sponsor or support. And guess what? Through it all, Jesus was saying, I'm your support. I'm your sponsor. I got your back. No, I didn't have to stand up and say, my name is Terrence, and I did the drug of procrastination. I drank. I didn't have to do that. All I had to say was, God forgive me. I turn away from myself. I do a complete turn. Not just, I don't just say, God forgive me, and go right back to doing the same things.
Right.
I said, God forgive me and help me go through this. Let's walk through this together. And guess what he said? I forgive you. I forgave you before you even asked for it.
Jesus.
Because he says, I never leave you, I never forsake you. I love you. Matter of fact, even before I committed all the things that I was doing, God said, I already forgave you because I died on the cross for you. And so therefore, the divorce was easy to go through because he was already ahead of me, waiting for me to be done with me. And so I stand before you and let you know that the divorce is fine.
Jesus, thank you.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't a big fight like I thought it was going to be. Because God had already laid the way out for me to just walk into it. And I thank him for it. And like I said, it was kind of hard to even think about teaching this message because I was like, wait, I'm not divorcing my wife. And even before I even taught it, I talked to her. I said, Ray, this is what God had given me. And she said, I know you ain't the voice of me. Preach what God said to say. So that's why I knew it was okay to say this. I knew it was okay to talk on this subject. Because the thing about it was, my divorce from me was make it a better marriage with her. It would make it a better relationship with my kids. Because I was done with me. And God knows that when we're done with ourselves, that's the best thing that can happen to us.
Yes, yes.
Because we don't interfere with his work when we're done with us. Because another thing that happens when we're so caught up with us is where doubt, fear, they all come in. They stay as long as you're dealing with you. But as soon as you're done with you, yes, the enemy is going to try to still bring them, but God says, trust in me. Cast your cares on me, for I care for you. Amen?
Amen.
So we're standing.
Man.
We're standing. We just bless God for the things that he's doing for us. I promise y'all, I'm telling y'all, God, we love you. We adore you. We magnify you. We bless your name. Let something that I said today, dear Father God, be helpful for the rest of this week. We thank you, dear Father God. Keep our hearts in your care. Hide us deep in the hollows of your care, dear Father, and keep our angels around about us. God, don't never let us be the same after hearing what you say. We ask that you would just keep us on this week, dear Father God. Go before us. Anything that the enemy will set before us to be an entrapment, dear Father God, remove it. We ask that you will get the praise for our life. We don't never want to leave your presence, dear Father God. We just ask that you would go before us. Be with us, guide us each and every day of our life. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.